entrance to the sub. Towards the sky, look at that. And we're also going to head by New York City. You can see the similar. Wow, it's really coming down now with a wonderful shot of this guy trying to buy some. Let me just try to stand off to the side here for a moment. Hey everyone. Today is Sunday, January 18th, 2025. And we're going to be walking in the snow right here in New York City. We're outside of Grand Central Terminal on the corner of 42nd Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. We're supposed to get about 1 to 3 inches of snow today in New York City. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what New York City looks like in the snow. Let's get started. Now, it's been snowing all day, but it really hasn't been sticking all that much. Don't get me wrong, I really do like New York City in the snow. However, it's been a little bit of a wintry mix. I would much rather just have it be full-on snow as opposed to like a mix of rain. I'm sure it's sticking in Central Park a little bit. Earlier in the day I was up in Greenwich, Connecticut, and we did actually have some accumulation up there. We're now headed over towards Madison Avenue. And 42nd. Curious to see if the people are still ice skating at the Bryant Park Bank of America ice rink. All right, we do have the light, so let's go ahead and cross. Now, tomorrow is a holiday. It is Martin Luther King Day. So many individuals have off. If you are one of those individuals, congratulations. Enjoy your long holiday weekend. You could always see those big floodlights at the top of Salesforce Tower here. the shine on down overlooking Bryant Park. A few videos ago, we were talking about that brand new development that is going to commence shortly, just off to the right of Grand Central Terminal. It's going to be replacing the current Grand Hyatt Hotel, and we now have the renderings up online. So if you Google 175 Park Avenue, you'll be able to see the renderings of the new state-of-the-art office tower. It's going to be pretty spectacular. We've talked about it before, but apparently it's going to be 1,580 feet tall, which is just going to completely dwarf everything around it, including One Vanderbilt. It's going to make the Chrysler Building look like, I don't want to say insignificant, but it's going to pale in comparison to the grandeur of 175 Park. Okay, we've now made it to 5th Avenue. Seems the snow's coming down a little bit better here on 5th as we look northbound. And this is looking directly up to 520 5th, which is a brand new luxury condo building. You can see the similarities between 130 William in terms of the architectural design on the facade, particularly as you look up at those windows. Okay, let's continue to push on over. We'll head up to, or over to 6th Avenue. Or maybe for now, I'll quickly make a right just to show everybody the base of 525th. Definitely looks Christmassy in the city today, even though that all of the Christmas decorations are down now, including the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. We're now on the corner of 43rd Street and 5th. You'll be able to make out the detail a little bit better on the building. Look at how big the windows are here. Now we'll head over to 6th. This will actually run us directly into the Steinway Piano Store. Now you can kind of see it's turning into rain. Look at this new coffee shop here. Bunny and Bro Coffee. Interesting. I'll have to try it. This is the back of the SUNY School of Optometry. Let's see if I can wipe my camera lens. I've never really paid much attention to these restaurants here. Many of them look closed. And then of course we have the FDNY. That guy's just kind of sitting there. Once we get to the end of the block here, that'll be 6th Avenue and Bank of America Tower. This is all relatively new public space too. You can see right on the corner here, 43rd, you have Steinway, and then you have a lot of the light pollution you see from Times Square. It's interesting, it's like one block it's not snowing, and then the other block it's snowing quite heavily. I believe that's just due to the incremental temperature changes. We're now approaching that main intersection of 42nd Street and 6th. You'll have Bryant Park and Bank of America Tower. But check this out. A wonderful shot of the Empire State Building here. Well, it's really coming down now with the wind. You could especially see it in the hot dog cart guy. This is now walking directly into Bryant Park. This is looking directly up at Bank of America Tower. We'll wait for the light and then we'll cross over and head into Times Square. We'll see what Times Square looks like in all this snow. This is another entrance to the Bryant Park subway. You can get the B, D, F, and M, and 7 trains. And then this is that new location of the, well, relatively new, the Rosetta Bakery. It's an Italian bakery, which is quite good. Definitely feel the temperature dropping. And Rosetta's packed today. As everyone tries to escape the cold. The wind is really coming right at us. Looking towards the NASDAQ. Let me see if I can clean up the lens a little bit better. This is now approaching Broadway and 42nd Street. We'll be right outside of One Times Square. It's definitely really coming down in Times Square. I don't know if you can see it. We're now right outside of the brand new entrance to the subway. This is where you can get the NQRW shuttle to Grand Central, 1, 2, 3, and 7 trains. Of course, the 7 now will take you all the way to the Hudson Yards, and the last stop on the 7 in Queens is Flushing Main Street. We'll go over one more to 7th Avenue. Here's the main subway terminal entrance. You could really get a sense for how hard it's coming down if I point the camera towards the sky. Look at that. This is right on the corner of 7th and 42nd. Ooh, I think this guy just fell really bad. Hope he's alright. Yeah, that's one thing. If you guys don't know, when it's wet and slippery in New York, never, ever, ever step on these grates. It's literally like walking on black ice. Here's a shot looking up at 1 Times Square. Obviously, the top of 1 Times Square is where they dropped the ball on New Year's Eve. But it is now also an observation deck to enjoy the sights and the sounds of Times Square from above. This is looking up at that new TSX hotel up there. I can even smell the Raising Cane's. Now the wind is really picking up. I'll have to step off to the side again and wipe the lens, because the wind is really blowing the snow into the camera. Let's see how much better I can make it for you guys. Across the street you can see the Jollibee. And then this is a shot looking up at the NASDAQ. As well as the H&M building. That's the main Raising Cane sign. This is now 44th Street. This is really interesting to see. It's just like a blanket of snow covering the sky. Right in front of Raising Cane's. We'll make a left on 45th Street. And then we'll head over towards 8th Avenue.
You want that?
Quickly make a detour down here. You can see everybody lining up to get into the Lion King on Broadway. This is now the main Marriott. And then across the street, you have the Juniors. There's actually two locations. There's one a little bit further north. Seems to be really busy here. Once we get to the corner of 8th Avenue, we'll have to make a right and start headed uptown towards Columbus Circle. We'll also be able to see another look of the Torch building that is going to be developed by Xtel. Chess the Musical.
Which way are we going?
We'll try to cross the street to avoid the traffic of sorts getting out. Just off to the right, you'll be able to see the main Torch development. We're also going to head by New York City's Restaurant Row as well. It's like snowing sideways now. I think we're going to need to wipe the camera yet again. Here we have that Torch development.
What's happening over there?
This is a cool shot of this guy trying to buy some candy at the stand here. I think at some point in my lifetime these things will be totally obsolete. Man, the FDNY is really hauling. So the snow is for sure coming down a lot harder now. As we stand right outside New York City's Restaurant Row. Okay, let's check out the Torch one more time. Definitely looking like some solid progress. Okay, let's continue on up. Right here on 46th. This is Restaurant Row. This is where all the main restaurants are. It's a pretty good spot, like Becco is a good spot that's here. Wow, the snow's really coming down now. Holy crap. I think something's going on. Tons of sirens. Continue to push on up here. This is now 47th Street. We're about to pass the Michway. See, it's not the snow that's the problem, it's the wind. If I kind of put the camera to the light, you can see just the wind blowing the snow.
It doesn't actually bother me, I just like that.
Let me just try to stand off to the side here for a moment. Try to take a peek at the Michway. Maybe we passed it already, I forget. This is the Dickens. This is like a bar, restaurant combo. And I mean, the snow's coming down pretty hard, but the thing is, it's like a wintry mix, so it really, really gets you soaked.
So right now we're Bryant.
Okay, right under this scaffolding, you'll be able to see the Michway. But first, I'd recommend this hotel. This is the Kipton Hotel Theta. Recently renovated, pretty solid spot. And very close to Times Square. Very big rooms too. the Michway. Seems like the whole block is taken over by this scaffolding. This is now 49th Street. This is now by the Worldwide Plaza. If it was a little bit colder out, we'd probably be in for maybe like 4 inches, 5 inches of snow, but it's relatively warm. This is a really unique display they have here. This is again headed right back into Times Square North. To the right you have the Book of Mormon. This guy is totally trashed. Let's see what his drink of choice was. Looks like a Budweiser. There you have Chicago the musical. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed that walk in the snow tonight, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, we will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.